Here's part two of my Barnes & Noble pilgrimage. Enjoy. The other one that was on my list that I wanted, and I didn't realize that it was this thick. So it was kind of cool to find that out. Another director-approved edition, filmed by Peter Weir, called Picnic at Hanging Rock. I've seen this movie years ago, and man, I was fascinated by it then. How thick that thing is. Mainly because it's got the novel in it, which I understand was out of print, so pretty cool to get the novel. I'll be sure to read that. Not right away. I've got so many things to watch now. Anyway, it's the story of an Australian group of women who go out into the, I don't want to say the outback, but the Australian countryside, let's say, and visit a place called Hanging Rock. And some of them disappear, along with the chaperone, never to be seen again. And the movie, as it says on the back, is less a mystery and more of a mystical approach, and then and also a look at how women are treated in Australia, their sexual repressions, and so on and so forth. Because the aftermath of what happens is much of the movie. So I just remember seeing it and being fascinated by it. Again, tons of extras. It's 107 minutes long, 1975, color, 5.1 surround. This is a remastered high definition. Look at this. Spine 29. Here's the side view. And then here's the view that I will have on my shelf. Yeah, lots of stuff. I'm going to go back to the extras just briefly so you can take a look. I'm not going to read all these, but my recommendation is you pause it and check it out. Lots of stuff, though. Lots of discussions on it. A booklet. Of course, you've got the novel. Paperback edition. Previously out of print in the U.S., so pretty sweet there, huh? It's a disquieting film, as it says, and it's a work of poetic horror whose secrets haunt viewers to this day. I was haunted by it. I remember that. I remember really being bothered that I couldn't figure it out. And I thought about it for some time after viewing it some years back. And I couldn't remember the name of it. And when I read the Criterion summation when it was getting ready to come out, I said, "That's that movie. That's the movie I saw years ago." So it's great when that happens, and I'm really looking forward to revisiting Picnic at Hanging Rock, Peter Weir film. All right, and then the last one that I picked up in Framingham, and the one that was like, who knew, was a film called King of the Hill by Steven Soderbergh. Again, another director-approved edition. I love the director-approved editions. And, what caught me was it was dual edition. It was in the Digipack, I guess they're called. Of course, it was on sale for 50% off. Can't beat that. And the extras really got me because if I'm reading this right, and I think I am, it says here somewhere that the Underneath, a movie from 1995, and I'm somewhere right around here reading, the Underneath from 1995, Soderbergh's follow-up feature to King of the Hill, oh, don't you love the bugle in the background, is also on this. So that's cool. If there's two features on this, on Blu-ray and DVD, I'm pretty much well rocked by that. 1993 is 103 minutes, color, 5.1 surround sound, a 2K digital film transfer on this, 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio, so that's going to look like some bars on that, although not too bad actually, but a little bit. It's spine 698, so that's one view. That's the view I would have, and then the other view looks like that. So, King of the Hill, what's it about, you say? Well, I'll read it to you. It says, set up in St. Louis during the Great Depression, King of the Hill follows the daily struggles of a resourceful and imaginative adolescent who, after his younger brother is sent to live with a relative and his tubercular mother into a sanitarium, must survive on his own in a rundown hotel during his salesman father's long business trips. Yeah, cool. It's adapted from the A.E. Hotchner memoir. This is among the versatile Soderbergh's most touching and surprising films. So again, that is King of the Hill. Pretty cool. All right. Now, allegedly, I can I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes, but you know what? I've never figured that out before. So you may or may not be hearing this part as I may split this into two videos. I don't know. If I do, I'll edit and amend something and cut some things and whatever. But let me go on and tell you about Albany, New York, where I picked up three things. And, well, one was on my list, sort of my longer list. One was sort of an impulse buy. And the last one was one I had seen before, but you know what? I really didn't know enough about it to choose it or not choose it. So when I looked into it, I really thought it was about something else. Let me start with that one. This is the one I really thought this was like going to be a film noir, gangster type film, though. And I really expected it to be a gangster film. And I thought it was going to be, you know, like The Mob or something like it. I don't know why I felt that way, but I did. So in Albany, and by the way, the Albany, New York store, the most beautiful Barnes & Noble I've ever seen, personally. Just a gorgeous facade on it. It sat right next to a P.F. Chang's, and I ate lunch at P.F. Chang for the first time, and boy, that was really good. And a cheesecake factory was next to that, and no, I didn't have any cheesecake. It was a lunch thing, so I had some delicious Mongolian beef, though, at P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's was a beautiful facade on that, too. So, this is Spine 396. It's a film by Billy Wilder. Billy Wilder directed Sunset Boulevard, one of my favorite films of all time. Just a beautiful, beautiful film, and it just sucks you right in from the very start, and never lets you go. Although it's not a film with a lot of action in it, it sure is a film that has a lot of intrigue and a lot of interesting characters and so on. I'm hoping for something like that with this one. This one seems like it's going to have a little more action as well, which is fine. But this is dual format again, of course, as I said, all of them are. This is Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole, starring Kirk Douglas. And, you know, I saw it there, and I was like, I don't know. It only had one copy. And so my thought, well, there goes a boat. And my thought was, let me read the back. And I did. And what I read was not what I expected. You can maybe see this, but Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole is one of the most scathing indictments of American culture ever produced by a Hollywood filmmaker. Kirk Douglas gives the fiercest performance of his career as Chuck Tatum, an amoral newspaper reporter who washes up in dead-end Albuquerque, happens upon the scoop of a lifetime, and will do anything to keep getting the lurid headlines. Wilder's follow-up to Sunset Boulevard is an even darker vision, a no-holds-barred expose of the American media's appetite for sensation that has gotten only more relevant with time. That bugle does annoy me. I need to turn that down. Now they're going to make an announcement, typically. I can't really hear them usually, and that's fine by me. It's saying it's time to move on to another activity. The camp really is kind of cool, though. It's a beautiful camp across the lake, so all in all, I'm okay with them. A lot of extras on this one, too. That's another reason why I wanted this one. As well as the movie sounded really cool. 111 minutes, 1951, black and white, monaural, 1.37 to 1 aspect ratio. And 2K digital restoration, so audio commentary on it. Billy Wilder, 1980 documentary featuring interviews with Wilder by film critic Michelle Cement. An interview with actor Kirk Douglas from 1984. Pre-push-ups, I think. Excerpts from a 1986 appearance by Wilder at the American Film Institute. Anyway, Billy Wilder, a legendary director. Kirk Douglas, a legendary actor. This plot sounds really good, so I'm really psyched to watch. I've never seen it. Ace in the Hole, and I love the cover. I mean, I love the whole headline thing, and love the look of it. Can't wait to hear more about it. I guess this maybe gives away a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. Very cool. So that's one that was, came out of nowhere. The next one was on my list, but not my short list, but it was on my list nonetheless. By the way, the number one thing on my list I never got, and I'll tell you what that is at the end. This one of my favorite directors. I'm going to do a favorite directors list. Certainly my favorite U.S. director, I guess British/U.S. director. But if I go international, I've got to think it through a little bit more, but may still be at the top there too. But certainly Alfred Hitchcock is one of my favorite directors, and those of you who know what's come out here probably know what this is, but it is Foreign Correspondent, dual format edition. And the back says, this movie, this was among his first Hollywood movies, this one and Rebecca. And both of them were up for the Academy Award in, what year was that? 1940, when Hitchcock made his transition from British film industry to Hollywood. And Rebecca and Foreign Correspondent were both nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. Rebecca won, and if you don't have Rebecca, you should look into it. I actually sold my Criterion edition of Rebecca. I got some pretty good money for it because it's out of print, but kind of wish I still had it in a lot of ways. But anyway, 1940, 120 minutes, pretty lengthy film, black and white, monaural, 1.37 to 1 aspect ratio. What it says here is Foreign Correspondent is the more quintessential Hitchcock film. Full throttle espionage thriller, a lot of wall-to-wall witty repartee, head-spinning plot twists, brilliantly mounted suspense set pieces. Love that. Love that stuff. I think I've seen this Hitchcock Dick Cavett interview that's on the extras. But again, a lot of cool extras on here, and that, of course, is what I look for. And so I was real happy to pick up Foreign Correspondent by Alfred Hitchcock. There's the spine that I would see on my shelf. And there's the one, a little more colorful one you could see if you wanted to. I suppose I could do that too, but I usually stick with this side, all my stuff. Spine number 696. So I've gotten mostly fairly recent ones. Ace in the Hole was 396, so that's a little older one. But I say that, but on the Blu-ray DVD, I think it just came out. So I think they haven't been doing that format for long. And then last, but damn well not least, is my only upgrade among all these. I'm really a sucker for these Digipack things, and I'm a sucker for the DVD and Blu-ray edition because there are times when I want to travel, and I normally would travel with the DVD rather than the Blu-ray. I come to the cottage, and we have a Blu-ray player here and a DVD player, but I'm not probably going to bring my DVDs in the case that I put them all in to travel, but I might put the DVD. And that may seem backwards, but that's how I am. I treat the Blu-rays with a little more reverence, even though they are a little more durable. Go figure. So I already own this on DVD, but the 2K restoration got me, and the packaging got me, quite frankly. And I figured for $20, I can sell the other one probably for 10. And so $10 to upgrade this film, to me, is well worth it. And it's a film by Francois Truffaut, and it's Jules and Jim. Just a wonderful film. Hailed by critics as one of the greatest films ever made. So how can you go wrong with that? Spine 281. And they look identical, so I'm just going to show you the side. This is the side I would see, but you'll see the same thing, only with the little... It's a box and a slide-out thing. Oh, there you go. That's what you'd see. Tons of extras. There it says it at the very top. One of the finest films ever made. Look at all the extras on this thing. Look at all these extras. Just a ton of them. Interviews with Truffaut. Just a lot of stuff. And I'm not sure if there's any... I haven't really compared to see if there's any extras on this one versus the one I had originally. But just 2K digital transfer in this packaging to me and the DVD and the Blu-ray is well worth doing this. 62 is a year, 106 minutes, black and white monaural in French, of course. 2.35, pretty traditional, to 1 aspect ratio. And hopefully you can see all these extras here, just a ton of stuff. I think there's more on this than there were on the other one, but I'm not going to swear to it. I'm sure somebody out there, Jesus or somebody, will comment and perhaps say whether it's the same or more or whatever. Jules and Jim, that's the last thing I picked up. Now, the one I wanted to pick up that I didn't get, Breaking the Waves, and that's the one I really wanted. But July's not over yet. I still may get it. Take care, guys.